I was actually thinking about that this morning. How come we don't have the Christmas logo on the website, and this one should have snow falling over it? No?
Again, effort?
You're just so lazy. Seriously.
Ain't nobody got time for that, I guess.
Apparently.
All right, if you guys are ready, I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh.
I'm messing around.
All right, it's December 21st, 2014. It's almost Christmas. And you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I could hear you groaning inwardly every time Sim's mentioned. You're just cringing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 455 of Mods on Air, bringing you the weekend gaming news as modders, developers, and gamers. It's what we do ourselves. It's what we do.
That's what I do.
Yeah, so it's episode 455. It's almost Christmas. It is definitely somewhere in the middle of Hanukkah. So.
Oh shit! I didn't send out my Hanukkah gifts. What am I going to do with all these dreidels?
all 8 days worth.
You really screwed up this time.
Yeah. Damn it.
We should start naming these episodes the Almost Christmas episode.
You guys really want me to work. So we have some topics to talk about, but some of those topics may bring up adult themes and things that may not be safe for young children or, virgin ears. So,
Virgin ears?
Yes, if that's a concern of yours, please have those virgin ears covered or
spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
They put condoms on your virgin ears. You won't get an infection that way.
Yeah. Well, as long as they're
coffee and Baileys.
Oh,
it's Christmas time.
Not yet. No, Christmas doesn't start until Wednesday. That's when I don't have off. Well, that's when I get off.
Christmas started 12 days ago.
Yeah, it's the 12 days of Christmas. Didn't you know anything? Well, not quite 12 days.
The 12 days of bad work to be pushed out to clients.
12 days of drafting mistakes. How did this happen?
I don't know. Glug, glug, glug. All right, so we have some things to talk about, and you wanted to talk about some NoScope stuff first of all, because what we have here is you've heard us talk about NoScope glasses, Gunnar glasses. Well, Gunnar is apparently going to be sued by NoScope.
Other way around.
The other way? NoScope's suing Gunnar?
No,
it's being
Gunnar is suing NoScope.
Okay, Gunnar is suing NoScope because they both have yellow tinted glasses, safety glasses.
Curved, yes. Gunnar is the for those that don't know, Gunnar is the high-end, very expensive gaming glasses that essentially have a lightweight frame with UV tinted yellow lenses, which essentially is every shooting glass out there, is every a lot of safety glasses are the exact same way. Mm-hmm. And so NoScope came out with a more cost-effective version of the Gunnars, which we actually promote. We have a login account or something like that. I can't remember. Store. It's on our store page. You can purchase cost-effective gaming glasses, and while they do reduce eye strain, I've found the lawsuit seems somewhat frivolous because Gunnar is claiming that it was their idea to have a curved tinted glass. And NoScope shouldn't be allowed to market it. What I think is happening is NoScope is actually stealing a lot of Gunnar's sales.
Well, yeah, there's a little bit of a price discrepancy.
Yeah, they're 1/10 of the price. We're talking $20 versus
20.
200.
Yeah.
And B, for what you use them for. If you're buying Gunners, it's like someone that's going to buy a $7,000 suit to go to his Christmas party just so he could say, "Yeah, I spent $7,000 on this suit." Like they're the people that are wearing Gunners, I think, are wearing them for a status symbol. Look at the size of my wallet because it's compensating for my penis type of people. Is my thought. So
snacking on
there you go.
Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah. The one thing that Gunnar offers that NoScope doesn't is they offer a prescription model. So if you do have the unfortunate, handicap of having to wear glasses,
That's what it is. Yeah.
these ones Gunnar will provide you a prescription. Now that said, before I tried these out, the NoScopes, I actually asked my sister-in-law, who's an optometrist, and she said that is something that actually the Optometrists Association in North America has been looking into for the last seriously looking into for the last year and a half.
Oh, okay.
And now they're starting to come out with glasses that have this protective coating. They're not going to have the yellow tint, but you can get a tint on your glasses any color you want. But the coating that will stop the UV, which will reduce the eye strain from the light coming from your monitors and other electronic devices, is widely available. The yellow is a contrast thing. So I don't know. I believe NoScope has nothing to fear. And I also believe that NoScope believes they have nothing to fear. Gunnar is just trying to cost them money because NoScope is costing Gunnar money.
Yeah, I can't see a court case where it ends in Gunnar's favor, where the judge just says, "Look, you guys were making curved glasses with yellow tints first, so you other guys can't do it." Like I don't see that happening.
Yeah, especially since they weren't. I mean, that's the safety glasses design for the last 15 years at least.
Yeah.
What about all the people that had shooting glasses and driving glasses?
Yeah, I know.
And outdoor adventure style glasses, the yellow tint, the UV block, high contrast, lightweight frames because they're climbing mountains and things like that, or active wear. All of a sudden, oh no, Gunnar, now you can't do it. I mean, if they set the precedence and say, yeah, NoScope, you can't do it because Gunnar's doing it, then by that same precedence, they have to say, no, Gunnar, you can't do it because Cabela's was doing it, or because Nike was doing it with their active wear.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid it was Oakley.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see that case going anywhere. The only way I can see it going in Gunnar's favor is if Gunnar can prove that somehow NoScope took and duplicated their actual frame design.
No, and that's not going to happen. And the problem or not even the problem. This is a standard safety glass design. It really is. The only thing that this doesn't bear is a CSA label for impact, or it could be safety glasses in Canada. But it's just a standard design. And truth be told, you could probably go to any, I don't know what you guys have in the States.
Home Depot, Lowe's.
Home Depot, Lowe's, or things like that. And look for a pair of yellow tinted, UV blocking safety glasses that are comfortable for yourself with lightweight frames, and they'll do the exact same thing as both the Gunnar and
go. Searching for yellow safety glasses, and here's a whole bunch.
I'll have to give them a try sometime. I know there's some incidental times where I'm trying on somebody's glasses for one reason or another, and they're the yellow tints, and just in actual time away from the PC, just being out in the world, they seem to be kind of helpful. Very much increasing contrast between certain things and just making things a lot more noticeable. I just
Stop it, stupid Windows.
haven't taken the time to get any for myself. I wonder if they make contact lenses like this.
No.
No.
I wouldn't say they don't. Why would you say no? That they don't make
Well, that are going to do the same thing? No. And
UV
by
blocking?
that I mean the UV block has to occur for the whole eye. A contact lens only covers the
Oh, is that true? Really?
cornea and retina. Yes, because the UV will go in not only through the lens but through the entire, like the white of the eye. I can't remember what that part's called.
Cornea.
I thought the cornea was the colored bit around the retina.
That's
I see UV protection with contact
I don't
lenses.
know. Actually, no.
They do sell them.
Yeah.
They do sell contact lenses?
Yeah.
That are
With
yellow?
UV protection, yeah.
Yeah. Foyle, you purchased a pair of these. What did you think? I know you don't like having glasses on, so you were immediately against them.
Well, what do I think about using them as for on the PC? Or,
Yeah.
okay, to me, I didn't like them. My eyes never adjusted after I tried them out on and off for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And some of that time was about 3 hours solid. One day, at least. And it didn't help me. It didn't make things easier. As a matter of fact, I continuously noticed that they were on my face. So that caused a distraction.
Yeah. So, but you're not looking at it from the point of, is this reducing eye strain? You're looking at it from the point of,
Right.
fuck, now I got to wear glasses.
Yeah.
Right. And that's she was at that point too. And once he got past that point and realized, hey, you know what, this is reducing my eye strain, I believe he actually plays with. And Obi, just so you know, it's not only good for shooters. It's good for coders or people that look at a lot of white background, black text on white background, or vice versa. If you were, I don't know why you would code in white on black, but
Yeah, that quickly became a thing I did not do shortly after I started coding. But a lot of Microsoft's editors default to that.
Mm-hmm.
so. Anyways, that's Merry Christmas. I guess is what. They're trying to say, hey, Merry Christmas, we're going to cost you some money. Because that's, and unfortunately in the States, that's what it's all about. You're taking business away from us. Let's see if we can cost you some money somehow. And nothing says let's cost them some money like now you have to hire a lawyer.
Yep. Just litigate them to death.
Well, isn't that what the end of the year is about? It's about making everyone work harder.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're lucky, we'll see Santa today
Satan.
during the show.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Let's see. I should see him right about now, by the sounds of it. There you go.
There's going to be that all. You live in a most spectacular area.
All you can see is white. You can't even see the outside. Never mind. Yeah, it's fun to have that going all day long, right?
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't want to live
long.
beside a siren for the entire day?
They actually drove pretty fast. I hope no kids are out there. They're going to run them over.
Thump.
Into all a good new year.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully they didn't leash the 8 tiny reindeer to that truck.
Yeah, they're all tied to the back, dragging behind. Like some leash on. Actually, I wanted to do that one time, but apparently you can get a pretty stiff fine even for doing that.
But you're joking around.
Tie a leash to your back bumper and just drive down the highway. I'm not saying put a dog in it or anything,
No.
but apparently the humor is wasted because you can even get a hefty fine for just having a leash.
Or just
Dang.
tie an old bear rug on there
Yeah.
to the end of a rope. Yeah. You'll be the Talk of the town. Okay, we have some other stuff. Let's see. How do we get to these images for the next topic? We have... Is this really for the next topic? This controversial shooting game that was pulled and then put back.
Hatred.
On Steam. Yeah, there's a game out there called Hatred.
I hate everything.
Greenlight.
It was on Steam Greenlight, and somebody over at the Valve offices said, "Ooh, this looks awfully violent. I think we should not have it on Steam, so I think we'll take it down." Without any real notice, they pull it off of Steam, and then, of course, the internets all get up and get their panties up in a bunch and start yelling about it, which I don't blame them.
Yeah, this game has been controversial since it got put on Greenlight. Half the people are bitching on the forums about take this game down. The other half are bitching because people are saying take this game down.
Well, Unreal made them take their logo off of it.
Yeah, they wanted to distance themselves from it.
Yes. And in one way, I understand that. But in another way, because I had this conversation with some other people, and you either have a site that has a certain moral stance, and you put your foot down and draw a line somewhere, or you open it up, which is what Valve does. You open it up to all forms of entertainment, regardless of what that entertainment might be.
Yeah. I think it's a little hypocritical to say that this game crosses the line, but then Manhunt or I don't know, Postal or Call of Duty that it doesn't. For me, the only difference is just how the violence is dressed up. Like it's just the set dressing. In the end, I mean, because there's sort of a lack of set dressing or a lack of a plot that gives you a real direction as to why you're doing this stuff. Because of that, it can come off as being a bit more violent. But in the end, I mean, we've had games that have done some really, really insane stuff in the past, and people have lauded it for it. So it's sort of a double standard here. I think let the game just be. If people don't like it, you don't have to buy it. So
Right.
It's like if you hate it that much, just don't buy it.
Right.
Simple as that. Nobody's forcing you to play it.
Which I think is much better than causing some form of censorship.
Yeah. Yeah, because that just opens up a whole can of worms, saying, well, you can have this game, but you can't have this other game. And it's just, I don't think we need to have this game be what causes all the rules to come down.
I think this is another case of bully, where if you just shut the fuck up about it, let it be, it'll quietly be released. There'll be a couple people that'll play it, but for the most part, it won't do all that good. If you hype the shit out of it by doing things like this, then all of a sudden it's going to get a following based on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are already people.
If they want to do it that way, that's fine. I mean, we can even talk about a certain movie that had to be pulled off due to terrorism hacking, and then could and eventually end up being the reason why it does well in the theaters.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, the game is designed to be controversial. They're succeeding in that front. They've already been a success there, and it's not even released yet. And it's really anybody can make this game. Anyone can make this game. This is what prototypes are made of. Here's the mechanics. You can shoot people, and there's no story, and go.
Yeah, essentially that's what that boils down to.
Yeah. So it's fine.
Well, Steam did turn around, or Gabe turned around as the face of Steam, saying, yesterday I heard that we were taking it down. Since I wasn't up to speed, I asked internally what had been done, and it turns out it was not a good decision, and they put it back up online. And he sends out an apology to them.
And I always wanted to die violently.
I mean, it's super silly, this game, but it's no self-censorship with the violence, and if people want that, they'll have it. I don't think it's going to turn anybody into a serial killer, but we'll leave that to Fox News to really give us the facts about that.
Yeah, if only Jack Thompson would save us.
Yeah. He's going to be somewhere saying, I tried to warn you all this was coming. It's too late now. Now your children are serial killers. So, yeah, I think if games like Battlefield and Call of Duty can exist, then this should be able to exist too.
Yeah. Fun.
Or even a game like Overlord, where you play the bad guy. Even as humorous as it is, you're still supposed to be the villain. Or Dungeon Keeper, which is, I guess, I don't know. It's just also a dungeon sim, so I don't know.
Well, speaking of games that you just can't wait to purchase and play, Steam is having their holiday sale.
Awesome.
We're in what, day 4 or 5?
I have no idea.
Started on the 18th, so we're day 3.
Sure.
Yeah, started on Thursday the 18th.
It goes now until January 2nd, which is quite a long time.
Of course. They feel you may have money that long into the holidays.
Sure.
Yeah.
I bought one, but that's just because it happened to be on my radar that last week. And I wanted to check it out to see what was so special about it. And that was a Lumino City, which I'll talk a little bit more about later.
Okay.
But you can get some good deals if you haven't played Metro 2033. You can get that for $12.50 instead of $25.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what you were doing if you haven't already purchased and played it, since there isn't anything else to purchase and play.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, I've sworn that we've seen Metro 2033. It's been on sale for about $5 before. Like it's been on some really deep sales, and unless this is like the Redux version,
one thing that I hate about the Steam sale this year is that I can't find out what's really on sale.
Because the new design.
Yeah, the new design sucks.
Yeah.
I go to the site, I look for today's deals, and it's not today's deals, it's today's featured deals. One or two of them may not even be on sale, which happened the first day.
Yeah. This is all designed to help you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know. I still can't connect to the Steam network, so.
Oh, I'm looking at it on the store.steampower.com.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
But if you want to find out then you go down to the tabs. Well, let me see all the games that are on sale. Popular new releases? No. Top sellers? No. Upcoming? No. Under $10? Under $5? No. Okay. Where are all the ones that are on sale? Nope. Top featured deals. We already talked about that. Check out recommendations. Community choice. No. Yesterday's deals? What about today's deals? I still can't find them.
Yeah.
So it looks
Keep
like
scrolling for more great deals, okay?
the non-new version of Metro 2033 is $375, so that's decent.
Wow.
Rage for $5.
Killing floor for $5. Batman Arkham Asylum for $5.
Great game series. I've not necessarily seen anything that I am super excited about, but I don't know. I've not been excited about too much, so.
There, I've got, if I scroll down about...
You can't say halfway because it doesn't stop scrolling.
Yeah.
There's a halfway for.
I scroll down and it says view all 6,188 titles on sale.
Oh, so you had
See
to.
all specials.
Certainly, they don't want you to find them or something. I don't know what they're doing.
I'll just buy all 6,000. That's cool.
Just subscribe. Every time there's a sale, it just automatically ends up on your list. Why not?
And so earlier when we were talking about the safety glasses, just so you know, I started to type in yellow tinted and I was going to write in contact lenses, and of course the auto suggest filled in cocaine. So there are not enough people searching for yellow tinted cocaine.
Enough people are googling
Yellow
yellow
tinted
tinted cocaine.
I know one way to tint it.
Piss on
Yellow.
coke.
All right, there's another game that actually isn't in our topics that I actually did check out last week.
Oh wow.
Papers, Please.
That's first. Did you?
Yeah, I had to figure out why is Papers, Please doing well enough on the PC that they have to diversify out onto different platforms and still sell. And I kind of get it now. I mean, it is a ridiculous game where you're just like checking paperwork to get people past the checkpoint. That's really what it is. But they add cute little pieces in there about the people that you're checking out and why. You know, some of them might be hookers, or some of them are terrorists and stuff like that. And it's kind of interesting in a little bit of a way. It's interesting to see that you can barely make enough money to stay alive in this Ukrainian, or whatever it is, Russian type environment. Like I haven't yet been able to afford heat. Sometimes I can afford food.
That's why you got to take some bribes.
Medicine. Yeah.
You got to take some bribes.
Are you offered bribes?
I wasn't yet, but I think in the game you are supposed to be. So that was
we're talking in the game or in your real life?
It was an interesting game. It was very interesting to see what they did, and I don't know.
So does it get your recommend it?
For $1, yes.
For $1?
For $2 and you're bored, yes. For $3 and you're really bored, yes. I wouldn't spend more than that as I did. It's $5 right now. If you want to see what it's about, $5 is a decent price.
See, now I find that funny because you look at what the holiday Steam sale is, and you look at a game that actually was fun to play, which was I can't even look it up because I have no access to my Steam library. Thank you very much, Steam.
Star Wars Old Knight Republic? No, you can't.
No, it was. It's got a yellow store Steam.
Cocaine?
How to
Yellow
survive?
cocaine.
How to survive or something?
How to Survive. It's a buck. Very fun game. How to Survive. On sale for $1.70 Canadian. So probably $1.25 US.
$1.50.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. It's a fun little game. It's got co-op. I'm not saying it's the be-all, end-all, but it's actually
for the price.
For the price, it's actually a decent game. Well, it was actually a decent game. I think I bought it on Steam sale for like 60% off, but that was back when it first came out. Mm-hmm. And this is another thing that bothers me. If you're going to release a game and you're going to have like an introductory sale, 60% off. This is now 6 months later because that was earlier this year that game came out. You're going to have a Steam sale at the end of the year where now it's 90% off. What the fuck did you ever set that high price for in the first place?
Yeah.
To make people think they're getting a deal.
Yeah, but this is what's wrong with the industry. You're monetizing it to the point where people don't give a fuck about your shit anymore. Mm-hmm. And then you wonder why people are stealing it or trying to see if it's worth it. If you're putting it on sale for $1.70, this game should have been $1.70 and you would have sold a ton of them at the beginning.
Agreed.
But no, you tried to get $17 for it or whatever it was.
There's games like Bit Trip Runner that is now less than $1. There's Space Chem, less than $1. All of them were $10.
Yeah. For no reason. It's like, oh, well, we can get $10 for this. We can get $10. You know what? Mm-hmm. $10 is not the magic number. Price your game at what the game is worth. if your game is a, you know, and here's the other thing. Just because you're investing a whole bunch of your time in it or investing a whole bunch of your money in it, that doesn't mean that the end product is worth that money.
Right. Unfortunately,
it doesn't. Case in point, Activision. They invest, we'll say, $3 million into Call of Duty, the next Call of Duty title. And then they'll invest $7 million into the promotion of that $3 million investment. So then they say, all right, well, this game's got to be worth $180. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
That's not how.
However, people still lap it up, and that mentality has trickled down to all these indie developers that are releasing on Steam.
Agreed.
I don't blame them.
No, I don't blame them, but at the same token, don't bitch that people, you know, go out and grab your game off a torrent to try it, because they're not going to pay an overinflated price to see if your game is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll try it. You know what? This game is worth X amount to me. So when it goes on sale for X amount, then they buy it.
Yeah. That's pretty much.
It's the other side of the coin of this, you know, oh, our industry's dying because of piracy. No, it isn't. Our industry's dying because developers and publishers are greedy, and they're releasing product that is not worth the amount that they're charging for it. That's it. End of story. I hijacked your thought process there.
I don't know. It just gave me time to look through all the sales.
All the stuff on sale. Now that said, there's also I don't know. I don't. It's not on the topics list here, but we'll inject it since we're talking about Steam. Dirty Bomb is getting removed from that other distribution service that it was on and put on Steam.
Which I find it to be kind of almost an admit of defeat from Nexus. That's the publisher. Or was it Nexon? Nexon. I'm sorry, Nexon.
Yeah.
Because Nexon tried to have their own sort of I don't want to call it a storefront, but it's their own library type system. So games published by Nexon reside in this Nexon launching software, and that's how you launch Dirty Bomb.
Yeah,
and
but Nexon also historically wants to charge for everything, every little thing, it's thank you very much for signing into Nexon, give me $50. Not that bad, but you know, like, oh, thanks for signing in. Would you like to buy bullets that will fly 0.01 seconds faster than everybody else's bullets in Dirty Bomb? This will give you the upper edge. Sure, until somebody finds out that that's what you're doing, and then everybody buys them. But Nexon tries to monetize every portion of every game that they publish.
Mm-hmm.
True. Very true.
Mm-hmm. And I also think that the game itself probably wasn't what the publisher or the developers wanted it to be on Nexon. I think they'll get more exposure on Steam, especially since it's still going to be free to play. So,
yeah, when I played the game, I liked it enough. It looked like it was going in the right direction for me, but there was a lot left to be done to really make it a nice experience, or a competitive experience in the sense as in competing with similar type games.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing with it is what we saw at PAX and what got released are not the same thing. They took a game that looked very polished, had a very good flow to it, and the animations were smooth. And when it was published as Dirty Bomb on Nexon, and I don't know if that's what caused the issue, but the game that we saw and played versus the game that was released and we played are definitely not the same thing.
Really? Like, I mean, like that different?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Stryder and Welsh had a lot of fun playing.
I actually was. I was actually very impressed by. And here's the other thing. We played that one map or that one level, whatever it was, and I could not believe that it was on the Unreal Engine. It didn't look plasticky. It didn't feel plasticky. It didn't even feel like the Unreal Engine. It felt like it was playing on Frostbite, and it looked like it was playing on Frostbite. They did a spectacular job. That map in the released version from Nexon is back to plasticky. It chugs, and the animations of the characters are horrible. They're not smooth at all. And for those reasons, it's like, what did you guys do? You destroyed what you had here.
I wonder if, like other companies who put together demos just for a stage presentation at E3, if they did something sort of similar, where they polish things highly, but at the same time, this is not representative of what you're going to get in the final game, because we just made stuff custom just for this event.
No, because I mean, we talked with the developer there, and he, had a history working with this engine, and this is what he wanted to do. And he actually said, it takes more time to do it this way, but that's what we want. We want this polished, non-plastic feel. We want, and he was actually very passionate about it. And what actually came out of it wasn't that. And it was very close to release at that time. I think they were just looking for a publisher. And yeah, so it's unfortunate. I'd like to see that game unbroken, as it were.
As I was pointing out, Morphus asked the question, why take one nice level and cut it up? And I know publishers want things that they can promote, and ways to promote it is to have quantity over quality. Instead of saying, I have this one awesome map, I have 5 or 10 maps. I have 100 levels. Oh, magic number.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. If you've got 1 or 2 very, very polished levels, and then you've got 8 levels that are, you haven't had the time to go through and make as polished, they would want you to downgrade the 2 so that they don't stand out as something completely different than these 8. Make all 10 continuous.
Yeah. All right. Lumino City I mentioned a little bit about before.
Yeah.
And if I don't think I can just skip to
Lumino City? Luminosity?
Sure. It's Lumino City.
It is Lumino City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 words. Because if you're watching the trailer as I'm talking about this, you'll see what I mean by it's a very interesting artistic concept. What they did was they filmed, they made a little town out of paper. Physically, not modeled and that kind of stuff. And then they incorporated 2D gaming elements into that. And it might sound a little rough, but the way they did it was very interesting, I thought. And I wanted to understand more about what they did and how they did it and why other people were giving it such great reviews. I still don't know why they were giving it great reviews. Other than it being very pretty, I found it tedious to play.
Now, there have been other games like this point-and-click adventures on the PC from, many years ago, mid to early 90s. And of course, I can't think of any of the names right now, but there have been some games where actual photography was used, and you've got some claymation or stop motion figure moving about the scene. And it was an idea that I guess just was abandoned. Maybe it didn't work out too well. But this is sort of looks almost like a revival of it, because I'm basically saying that I've seen this before, but I haven't seen this in quite some time.
I've played a game that was similar to this, but rather than being a 2D element in a physical 3D world, it was a graphic 3D world, but it was very, very much like this point and click. A little bit of a puzzle solver, see what was going on and things like that. But I'm not. I played it, and at that point, I didn't quite know what. Okay, it's interesting. I've played it, and would I do it again? Probably not.
No, I'm not going to play through this whole thing. I know I bought it, put money on it, which sucks, but I got to experience what I think what the developer had in mind as far as artistic sensibility. I like it. I just didn't enjoy the gameplay. That was the problem.
So looks pretty, doesn't necessarily play all that marvelously.
Well, one of the problems I had was, you have to go back and forth sometimes within the same scene. You don't have to go very far, and talk to one little character, talk to another little character, click, and you go down steps and go back up steps. So I wasn't actually controlling. Like you said, it's point and click. Click, and the character walks over there. Click, the character walks over there. Click, he talks. That was a little tedious. And then you get to the point that, okay, I want to get over there. I know that. So instead of having to click the bottom of the steps to the right of the steps and up the steps, I just want to click over there and get over there. And now I have to just sit here and wait while he does that whole traversing thing. And it was because I already did that a couple times. I don't want to keep doing that for the sake of longer gameplay, or it just, that became monotonous. I didn't enjoy it. After that point, I wanted to just get on with it, and I couldn't. So...
I'd say kudos to them for making an artistically successful game, for sure. They probably should next time think about how to make it a bit more fun and dynamic and less tedious.
Yeah. And see, I think that's it. It seems very, very. We've got this funky idea that let's do this because it's something different. Everybody's trying to find that next big thing that's going to be just different. They're trying to replace the insanity of Minecraft with, that whole retro, so simplistic, and for whatever reason, it's caught on to the point of ridiculousness. They're trying to come up with the next big flash in the pan, but because eventually Minecraft will burn out. I mean, there's only so many things you can do with a 6-sided block. What's next? Minecraft HD edition?
What's next is the Minecraft. What is this?
The
story
single player mode. The story mode.
Story mode. Yeah,
Which is...
that's what's next.
And that's from...
What's going on?
I'm moving
Stop
around.
doing that.
Minecraft. So, and not only is Minecraft's going to have a story mode, but it's going to be made by Telltale Games.
Yeah.
Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, the ones that's point and click again.
Right, so this is, so people know, this is a completely different game. Even though it's called story mode, it has, if you own Minecraft, you will not get story mode. This is a completely separate game.
Hey,
and
it plays, again.
Yeah, it plays much more like The Walking Dead or The Wolf Among Us or any of Telltale's other games.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess with blocks.
Yeah, except, everything, the graphics are all 8-bit.
And it's, notice that on the logo it says it's a Telltale game series, not a Telltale game.
Well, they're all series. Everything that Telltale does is a series. It's like a comic book series.
Yeah, so they plan to monetize this until they can't anymore.
So now you're going to get to play Minecraft with cell shading.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Cartoon 8-bit. Someone needs to make a Minecraft realism mod.
There are many that I haven't played any of them, but I've read stories and articles about people trying to make the most realistic survival sim out of Minecraft that you can. And so there are different ones that you need to stay warm and you need to monitor the temperature and their weather effects, and food needs to be cooked. You need to vary the amount of the kinds of food you eat in order to stay healthy, and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Is it true that Notch, the creator of Minecraft, has a $70 million home?
I don't know.
That's what I read.
Well, I'm guessing it is, since you found that on the internet.
I just
You
thought
looked
I'd
it
ask
up on
someone
the
else.
Google.
The Google told me so. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good Minecraft money.
Yeah. I mean, well, $2.5 billion for Mojang. Technically for Mojang, but we know it's $2.5 billion just for Minecraft. Because
Yeah, I think
chances are,
Microsoft does own it now, right? They bought it out so that they can throw it up onto
Xbox,
I guess, and stream it to you.
yeah,
It's going to be on Xbox One, and you're going to be able to use the Kinect to actually physically move the blocks.
I think Microsoft. The more I think about it, I think Microsoft sees Minecraft as the next Lego, and we know Lego is a billion-dollar enterprise, and so they just see it as the next Lego, and they're thinking we can get on top of the next Lego. Let's do it. Let's pay $2.5 billion for it. And
Lego dummies.
yeah,
Should have been their game. They're idiots.
It really should have.
How can you be so stupid to own an industry that puts blocks on top of each and not make a game that does it?
Yeah.
We own they own the industry that puts blocks on top of each other, but they never thought of taking blocks out. That was the whole thing. It was that's the new spin on it.
Because there's a Minecraft movie in the works. I don't know how that's going to happen, but there's Minecraft movies, there's comic books and plushies and all sorts of stuff. It's Lego. It's Lego for the next generation, which is unfortunate because I love Lego. I think they're great, and you can actually
step on them at night. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I don't step on them at night.
Interesting fun fact: Lego's patent has run out, which is why you see all these new blocks that are similar to Lego, but are named different.
Really?
Yeah, the key pose and the mega blocks and all that. Lego's patent on the interconnectable block with that, with that little circle on the top where they connect, that is their patent on that has run out. It's expired. So now you have all these other companies out there
I can
whoring.
legally print my own.
You legally print your own, as long as it doesn't say Lego on it. It can be foilos instead of Legos.
I'll do ogles.
Ogles.
Ogles, there you go.
And Morphus says that Microsoft's basically going to kill Minecraft, and I agree. They pay too much money. They're going to want to see that money recouped way too quickly, and as a result, they're going to bash people over the head with Minecraft everything, and then as a consequence, people are just going to be like, nope, this is too much Minecraft. I don't want it anymore. And I get the feeling that's going to happen. They aren't going to recoup the $2.5 billion they spent for the property.
The funny thing is nobody wanted this Minecraft to start with.
True.
And on the topic of Skype, have you heard about the newest innovation that Skype has released, or Microsoft has released for Skype?
It's automatic translation.
The automatic
yeah.
translation.
Oh, it's in beta. It's not technically released, but yeah. Well,
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're in the beta, you can Skype will automatically translate your voice conversation
To Spanish.
to your native language. Right now, it only works between English and Spanish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The text chat works in all languages, apparently.
Oh, I didn't know that. Finally,
Oh.
maybe we can understand Welshie.
Yeah. Wonder if they're gonna have a piglet. Verbalize
this
it in piglet.
This is Microsoft. They don't have a sense of humor.
They don't have a sense of much these days.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Well, Microsoft is also going to make you stream your games soon. They're working on that, remember, online
That
and
whole-
whatnot.
Sense
Yeah.
of nothing.
Yeah, the more that comes out about this Windows 10, the less I'm liking Windows, period.
Windows 10, you won't even have to install it. It'll already be installed online. You'll just stream it.
Yeah. He's not joking. He's not joking. Every facet of it is going to be streamed.
Well, we know they're trying to DLC it. DLC the operating system. So, and now we're hearing about streaming stuff.
Yeah, you want Microsoft Office, you can subscribe to it and then stream it.
Yeah. Which is, it's what's kind of weird is that some aspects of the latest Microsoft Office, they are streamed during the installation. You can the installation is streamed and installed as you start the process. So you start the installation process and you get some things up and running, and not all features are available until it's done downloading. So it's interesting how they do that, but it still runs locally. It's no video stream. It's an odd move on their part.
The spin that they're putting on it, though, they're suckering people into believing that this is better because, oh, well, if your computer ever breaks, all your stuff is still here. But how is that better? Because unless I'm connected to your cloud, which means I have to have an internet connection, I don't have any of my stuff on my computer.
It was never here to begin with.
But the spin that they're putting on it is like, oh, well, yeah. Okay, well, what's the other side of that coin? Because there's always two sides to the coin. So unless you have a 4G network or a
Yes.
2 meg download.
I'm reformatting. I'll see you next week.
Yeah. Well, you won't ever have to reformat because there's nothing on your computer.
There has to be something in order for you to connect to the internet.
That's your BIOS.
And then you have to download your entire thing. Well, no, you don't have to download anything. What do you have to download?
Yeah, well, it's just it. It's
you
a
have
browser.
to download IE. That's it. It'll be like Chromebook. IE book.
IE book. Welcome to the swamp. That was a commercial at one time, was it not?
I think so.
I don't remember.
Welcome to the swamp. I don't remember what it was for, but
so it's the streaming thing is called Arcadia, and it's a promise of being able to stream apps and games in the future. They don't really have anything solid to tell us other than that. This is how Microsoft is going to put gaming back on the PC.
Some products lend itself very well to it. I think documents and stuff like that. Google Docs, love it. Share them, save them online. They're always there.
Fine. What if I don't want to share them? What if I don't want to save it online? What if I want to work on it while I'm not online?
Right. Open Office. There you go.
I bought a Chromebook for girlfriend for her birthday, and she likes it.
It's good for your email.
Yeah, she and we got a little Chromecast thing, so she'll cast videos and from YouTube videos to the TV. And I don't know. What I noticed was that her laptop, which is kind of old now, is breaking, and she did literally nothing but have Chrome open and occasionally maybe a Picasso to look at some pictures, and that was very rare. It was mostly just she had a million tabs open. Just with Chrome open, that was 100% of what the computer was used for. So I was like, well, just have a Chromebook. It's going to be a better experience for you. And I was saying it's going to be a better experience without actually knowing if it was going to be a better experience or not. But just based on everything I read,
you lied to her.
But it's pretty nice. It's if that's pretty much all you do is look at YouTube videos online and check Gmail, then you're okay, and do shopping on Amazon. It's cheap and it works well.
Okay. You do that on your phone. Too.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I didn't want to point that out.
Well, she does do it on her phone, but sometimes she likes to be just there with a bigger screen, especially if she's typing out emails or anything. So,
speaking of Amazon, have you seen the news that came out? The Amazon's newest feature they've released in. Is it New York? I'm pretty sure it's New York.
Oh, yeah, the very quick delivery.
The 1 hour delivery.
Yes. They've been talking about that for almost a year now. Just they finally starting to do it.
Amazon
$8 charge for 1 hour delivery. 2 hour delivery is free. and it's on Essentials. I don't know what the one thing that they said was like toilet paper. If I'm taking a shit and running out of toilet paper,
You're gonna
sitting there with my phone. Yeah, I need this delivered. Yep,
Let
throw it
yourself
up
in.
through the window.
Oh yeah. I saw somebody write about that. It took them 23 minutes to get the delivery.
That's insane. That is instant gratification at its worst. And this is what they're going to use those drones for, the delivery drones.
That's right. Poke your eye out.
Fly in through an open window and
and drops off your toilet paper.
After taking a few pictures, of course, since it had a camera, so it knows where it's
I'm
going.
too drunk to go out and get a condom to shag this girl. Bring me a condom, Amazon.
Right away, sir.
Right away, sir. I wonder if you could buy condoms on Amazon. I have to look.
In that case, you want a drone to do it. You don't want to be the person walking in on that, and the guy's laying there and saying, "Yeah, right over here, please."
Amazon.com. Just because. Condom. Bulk. Condoms for kids? What the?
It's the ear condoms we talked about at the beginning of the show.
The ear condoms, of course.
For their virgin ears.
Yeah, actually,
Are you serious? That you just came up condoms for kids?
I typed condom and it said condoms for kids. And condoms for girls and all kinds of things.
and
But
kids.
yes, so yes, you can buy condoms on Amazon and have them delivered within an hour.
There you go.
None of these say it's for kids.
I typed in search on
I
Amazon.com.
know, I did it too, and it showed up for me as well. But when I clicked on it, because I have to know, it doesn't say anything about it.
Tactical condoms. Maybe it stops kids.
It does do
Fit
that.
You'll want hey Breezy, you'll want these snug fit condom sampler packs, smaller condoms.
This is. How do we get here?
Wrong topic. Okay, moving on to something game related, perhaps. Grand Theft. Yes, of course. Good thing you have that right next to your desk, just in case.
These stickers actually that were sent to me by Cards Against Humanity.
Okay. Grand Theft Auto 5 is getting a payday mode.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in January or something like that, they're going to release what they call Heist, which is basically payday in Grand Theft Auto.
Third person heist. Yeah.
So this needed to be made. Why?
Because why do you need any other game other than Grand Theft Auto if you want to play whatever genre you want to play?
Right. They
So
knew
soon-
the checkbox.
Shouldn't there be like a Minecraft version coming up next?
Well, I was just going to say, next is going to be Minecraft, or is it going to be, Grand Theft Auto?
Come on, give me a mode that doesn't exist already.
Unreal Tournament.
I'm sure
Isn't there a multiplayer already? There is a multiplayer, isn't there?
Grand Theft Auto Doom mode.
Yeah.
I want Grand Theft Auto to be a corridor shooter.
There's going to be a world of Grand Theft Auto craft.
Craft. World of Grand Theft Auto craft.
Simple.
So, so you've got Grand Theft Auto doing it now, and then whatever the Battlefield hardline is it?
Yeah,
So-
that piece of garbage.
Yeah.
There's a reason you haven't seen it in the news.
I think we skipped one.
I don't think so. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the indie game?
Yeah.
That was Lumino City.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I didn't put the link in there because it didn't say anything at all about Lumino
Lumino City, I know.
Sorry. No link for you guys. It's all
you
Foyle's
read the
fault
article.
for not labeling the topics properly.
Yes. It's my fault. TERA, Fate of Arun, is coming out, which means that there's still another version of TERA coming out.
Didn't you get slightly hooked on this game momentarily?
Yeah.
This is the one where you could be the cat person?
Yeah.
And this was the one that
so
was...
I bailed eventually, very quickly.
Yeah, well, now Breezy's right hooked on this one, isn't he? Is this the one you're hooked on?
It's some other one. It's called, what's the one that he likes? What's it called? I forgot the name of it.
What's the one you're playing now, B? The Grinder.
Oh, the Arc something.
Arcage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Arcage. And that has cat people in it too, I think.
Pussies.
Supporting the Korean hackers.
Yeah.
TERA was interesting.
Hang on now. That's interesting that you draw that connection, Foil.
Yeah.
That we're supporting the Korean hackers, because that is like the axis of evil thing going on there. You are supporting terrorism by playing this game, Breezy.
Yeah.
I think this fate of Arun thing, it'd probably be enough for me to reinstall it and see if there's anything I like about TERA. It was not a bad game. It just did nothing to keep me there. Maybe it was a bad game. I don't know.
So you want you can't go back to it once it's hurt you deeply. There's no going back. As much as you try.
It is a big install. It was just, I realized I would occasionally go through and just sort of update all my little free-to-play clients, and I realized I haven't played this in forever, and I don't really have a plan to anytime soon. Let me just uninstall it. And
see, and unfortunately, that's what you get sucked into these games, and you start playing them, MMOs. And you play them, and it's like, yeah, they keep dangling that piece of candy, and you grab that piece of candy, and it's like, oh, there's a bigger piece of candy, and you get to there, and you end up grinding just for the sake of grinding, and realistically, it's a time vampire. It's not giving you entertainment because the grinding starts to feel like work.
Yeah.
And that is actually why I stopped. Fuck Star Wars. Seriously, B, really? You gonna bring that up and wreck my day? If I stopped playing Guild Wars 2 because of it, realistically, because it just dawned on me one day. I am grinding for the sake of grinding, and they are not giving me any meat. It's here's a little bit of gristle to chew on, and then Star Wars did the same thing. Which, ironically, Star Wars had they want everybody to come back, but no one's going to come back, because if you played the original and you come back to it now, you're going to say they have right crippled you, and unless you pay them money, you're going to be crippled. And fuck it, I'm not doing that.
Now, I still actively play Guild Wars 2, but I don't do the dungeon running or anything like that. There's story content that happens, and I purposefully wait until I'm 2 releases old, and then I can just kind of play at my own pace of story content. And if I decide to have a long weekend just playing Guild Wars 2, I can play through all that story content, and there's still more if I want to keep going. And so I kind of do that, and I enjoy it, and I can solo pretty much all of it. I have up until this point. So I'll get on, play it, and then I'm done. And I've got an entertaining experience. I think Guild Wars, I still stand by the statement that Guild Wars has some great combat and mechanics, and presents you with really interesting situations about how to use that stuff in new ways. And that's what keeps it entertaining for me. But I don't go and play the same content over and over again in the hopes that I'm going to get that new dangling piece of something. And I see other players that look much cooler than me, and I've still got the same stuff I've been wearing since I hit the level cap. But I enjoy the combat enough to play it to the story content. And that's all I'll say. TERA.
And I didn't mind actually. And Guild Wars 2, I didn't mind running all the stories, but the rather than expanding on their stories, they made this living world thing, and this living world thing ended up being grind for the sake of grinding. That's all it ended up being.
The first one definitely did, and I guess you the first season. I guess they got season 2, and I guess you really would have to be invested in the story. The season 1 thing, I wasn't like. I'd play every other release, and it was like, oh, this is interesting, this is cool. The second one, since I'm playing it basically solo, I'm a bit more invested in the story and how's it unfolding. It's like a comic book, basically. It's, how's the next episode unfold? So, and it's decent enough. I'm not gonna go out and be like, oh my god, have you played Guild Wars 2? You need to play it right now. It's nice. It's nice that it's free and I can play content and be challenged.
All right. All right, another topic. Following on last year's apparent success, we have another calendar
I think
featuring
bought one of these. Breezy bought one.
Topless game developers,
Oh yeah, I think he did buy one of these.
mostly men.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some, and this is not for any charity, by the way. So for your $16, you can get the Men of Indie Game Development for the year.
I see John Romero in the top left corner. That's all I can.
I think we need our own calendar. Didn't we say that last year? We need to do the Men of MODSonair calendar.
No, we need the moms of modding. I've been trying to get this going
right,
ever
the
since.
moms of modding.
I've been trying to get that going ever since, back in the Call of Duty
That's right.
1 days. Send in a picture of your hot mom.
Yeah.
Hot MILFs of modding.
Oh, that's awful.
Seriously.
Sure.
I guess I need to
I'll
find
start
out
it
where
off.
to-
I'll get a picture of my mom and
Hot MILFs of modding.
Emphasis on hot.
and then after that, okay. So GDC
I like how we
this
kind of gloss over that top. Like, yeah.
I can't. GDC this year is going to offer, the chance for you to bring your kids to GDC and drop them off with some random intern at the front desk for the day. GDC debuts childcare services.
Ironically, they're going to take those kids, put them in a study group to try and figure out what kind of games they're going to play.
Maybe.
And maybe get some good development ideas out of them.
Yeah.
So what does your dad work on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here. What do you know about the game he's working on? What can you tell me there, kid?
Well, no, not even that. They're going to be in the Activision childcare. Please tell us what we can do that would make a good game.
Sponsored by
give us some
Origin.
ideas.
What would you be willing to pay for this piece if we took it out of the game?
Would you pay that monthly?
Daycare DLC.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's crazy.
And it's a free-to-play game, so you put your kid in daycare for free. However, if you want them to have a toy, it's this much. If you want them to have any supervision, it's this much. Food is this much. Basic necessities is this much
Per hour.
per hour. It's
That's right. Your kid can play with the toy for 1 hour. After that, we're taking it back.
a pay-to-win scenario. I had the best time, Dad. Thanks for your credit card.
Pay to win, yeah. Pay to live. It's brutal in those daycare centers.
Yeah.
What was that movie, Lord of the Flies?
I think it's, I don't know what that means. In a way, it's a good idea. This is actually being put together not by some group of interns who are watching their kids. It's supposed to be some real daycare center, which I did not look into, so I don't know if they're any good. But you also got to consider that these people are now going to be bringing their kids to GDC.
Yeah.
Does it mean anything to us? Maybe not. Maybe it does. I don't know.
There's going to be a petri dish section of the hall full of all sorts of infection, i.e. kids.
The PAX box really becomes a thing to fear.
I'm glad I don't have to listen to any crying babies during my presentation at GDC now.
Just the critics. Just the critics crying.
All right. All right, that's it. That's what I have for topics.
And it's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas time is here.
Anybody buy any games for Christmas? No.
Did I buy any games?
There weren't any games to buy. What about consoles? Anybody buy any consoles or gaming systems for Christmas?
Negative.
No.
Negative.
I was strongly considering that Wii U. I could really get behind a
Don't
Mario.
waste your money.
Mario, man.
Yeah, but that's all you can do with it. You're going to play it for 2 weeks and then shelve it.
That's why I haven't bought it yet, because I'm waiting for
the Nintendo is the 2-week console.
Is it your birthday tomorrow, B? Well, happy birthday, B. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
What you gotta do is listen to this show tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be wishing you happy birthday live then.
Yeah.
Look, you need to listen to Stryder. He's got the ideas. He's the idea guy.
That's what I do.
Must not be much fun to have your birthday so close to Christmas, because then they just say, you know what, we'll just have one party. But that happens a lot growing up, huh? Don't feel so special, do you? It's okay. We love you. All right. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
I've got a trail of quick ones, because when I looked earlier, I was like, it doesn't look like there's too many topics. Just quick ones. The first being that Activision, I guess Blizzard, is looking into having some sort of, you can purchase game time with gold, in-game gold now. They're looking into that. It might offer it in the next updates to World of Warcraft.
Pay to play.
Yeah, because I think Eve does it, and then some other game. Recently came
The funny, see now, to me that's actually funny, because what Activision is going to effectively do, or Blizzard, what they're effectively going to do is take their only working model of this subscription-based game. It's the only working model of it out of all the subscription-based games, and they're going to wreck it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the subscription is still going to be there, but if they go forward with it, it'd be the option to pay less by trading in your in-game gold. So now you're going to have, just servers full of farmers, gold farmers.
They're gonna wreck it. That is actually fucking funny.
So if they move forward with it, that's what's going to happen there.
We're making far too much money on this game.
So they're thinking about it. They haven't done it yet, but they're actively talking and saying we're thinking about it. The next bit was that Payday 2, recently added a new character, a woman heister, and I think that was maybe last week that they added it. And part of the controversy that people are talking about is that you've got to pay to play as this lady. So it's the only female character in the game, and they kind of put it behind a paywall.
So she's a hooker.
She's a hooker. Exactly.
An Irish one.
It's the obvious answer.
An Irish hooker. Fuck.
Yeah. And so people say that it's a great performance. A great performance by the new
By the ginger hooker.
Yeah, but they don't like that you have to pay for the goods.
Nobody.
And then the last just before the Steam holiday sale started, Valve announced that you would not be able to trade a game to someone else in a different part of the globe. So all gifts are now region locked. So there's no weird ways to get around stuff. Yeah. And they came out with that. What day was that? That was on the 18th or the 17th. So yeah, you can't do some weird sort of price dodging stuff anymore. It's like if you buy a game and you hope to give it to somebody else in a different region, you just can no longer do that. And that's all I got.
I don't think we have a lot of friends that are around the world, and I don't think we ever needed to do that, did we?
Well, I've gifted things to Breezy.
That's gifting. That's not the same thing, is it?
That's what he's saying. If you're buying something as a gift.
Yep.
So it's games too then. It's not just, I'm thinking like coins or hats or whatever.
I am not sure the
Games.
reasoning behind that thought process. That's the whole purpose of Steam, is to allow you to gift something. If I'm buying something as a gift, I'm buying it as a gift.
Right.
It's suspected that it's due to currency fluctuations and things like that. I think some people are trying to capitalize on what's going on in Russia right now with the decrease in the price of the ruble. Was it ruble?
Yeah, but it's all, see, and this is the thing that I don't understand. This all relates to Apple. Apple dropped their online stores in Russia because what they did was set a price in rupees or rubles or whatever it is. Rubles, yeah, because rupees are Zelda currency. So they set a price in rubles, and rather than have it based off of a static currency, they just said, all right, it's going to be 68 rubles or 6 billion rubles for this iPhone. A lot of people in the UK, as the ruble dropped, which I believe it dropped almost 30% over the course of 48 hours, people in the UK were buying out of Russia on the Russian store and getting it shipped to them and saving a fortune. Steam doesn't do that, though. They set their price on a U.S. currency, and then they use your currency exchange for whatever region you're in. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
I see it here. To fight currency mismatches, Steam adding region locking to PC games. No, it's adding region locking for games sold in Russia and CIS. That's it.
Okay, so it's only those countries.
Yeah. Brazil and local area and Indonesia and local area are also being locked. It's not worldwide.
Okay, apologies. Glad you looked into that a bit more closely. And tough times all around.
Because that would equate to us logging in. You know, you fake out Steam so that all of a sudden you live in Russia, buy a bunch of games, and then, oh, I'm back in Canada.
Yeah.
What a trip! Whew.
So
Okay,
that's that.
was that it?
That was it.
That was it? I'm glad you actually brought those up. That was an interesting end to this.
Not so interesting show. I get it. I know where you're going with this. Great. Thanks.
And just so you all know, this is the second last show of this year. This year seems to have gone very quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
How many years are we on now, Foyle?
So many that we need to change things up a little somehow. So come up with some ideas. Well, think about it. This is 455 episodes. Divide that by 52, and that's how many years of episodes it technically is.
Plus,
but
yeah,
if you want to look at it,
yeah. Plus, we had.
if you want to include the breaks, then our first show was approximately July of 2005.
9 years we've been doing this. Wow. Quite interesting.
Yeah.
We were, for the record, we were podcasting before podcasting was cool.
Yeah. And way after.
And for many years after that. Hey. Ironically, though, that's right, Breezy. Every show is new.
Got its things. Yes, I know.
What can go wrong today?
I know. Last 2 weeks it's Skype, so we'll see what happens next. All right, so I'll wrap it up. I'm going to thank our host for taking the time out to chat today. Ham, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Even though you didn't bring any beer and cake for everyone else.
Got a solo cup.
Stryder, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's always an adventure. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, and whatever.
I did a little Pope wave. Do you guys catch that?
I guess we'll. Are we going to be here next week?
I should be around on Sunday.
Okay. 1 week from today, we'll be live again.
28th, yeah.
On the 28th, yes. All right, so I guess we'll see you for New Year's 1 week from today. In the meantime, everyone, go out and find some games to play, and then let us know what they are, because we have no idea.
Yeah.
and I got a little something for the end. See ya.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
Okay.
Well, she was very upset.
I can only hear half of what you're saying. I don't know why. This is a Christmas story done 8-bit. I want a Red Rider. You'll shoot your eye out. The kid slamming his head into the food, probably going oink oink.
And anybody that hasn't seen this movie yet really needs to see it. I think you can pick it up on DVD for like $5.
It's gonna have a marathon in the whole world, probably.
Yeah. Hey, hands up, no? All in it, naughty nice list.
Oh, there's the bully. This got me
Ralphie's
thinking.
Ralphie's like 40 years old now.
This got me thinking, though, how many games do you think would do well, even if it was in stupid 8-bit, if you were to actually be able to play this? You might check it out.
I'd play this.
This was the original movie or game to movie to game idea here.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Shoot your eye out.
I like the 8-bit sound effects too.
Yeah.
I never understood why the witch from The Wizard of Oz was there.
No,
Why is that a Christmas thing? They got the rifle. I like that. Shoot the target.
Oh no, you shut your eye out.
Yep. And if I remember, there were some cute things in this little ending. Put the bar of soap in his mouth. That's what it was.
Yep.
All right. Merry Christmas, everyone. No Happy New Year. Not yet.
No, not yet.
Wish you that next week. All right. Don't shoot your eye out.
That's
Bye.
the-
Don't shoot your eye out.
You know, words of wisdom. Someone who's been around. Okay.
Trust me, I know. Don't shoot your eye out. That shit doesn't grow back.